for the first time, I'm recording a second video in advance because I was kind of dissatisfied with not beating Trial 4 and I want to check out some stuff. It's actually going to be... I'm not just going to do Trial 4, I'm going to check out something in Trial 2 first. I'm going to trigger all of the alarms and see if there's anything behind the blocks. So this shouldn't be that bad. I'll pick quickening, I guess. Right, I shot all these blocks, there was nothing. Still gonna kill Chamberlord the cool way. Two hits on Chamberlord. Wow, I fell off. It's more like I'm too busy thinking about several different things. I'm sure that's decorative. It's probably decorative. Cool to hear this music again, at least. Alright, all of them trigger when you pass by someone. Like, I kind of understand the destructible bullets in that pattern there. They're more there for flavor, to make the blast seem more chaotic, which is fine. I can get behind, yeah, those. And the non-destructible flame bullets dissipate anyway. I don't remember what that pattern was like before, but I don't think it had any destructible bullets. It's actually kind of safe there. Huh. I forgot that he still flies off like that. There's nothing behind these. I triggered that before. And they also shoot in the cardinal directions, I forgot. I was just looking at the boss and I didn't even realize I should move. I picked quickening for a reason. While I'm doing this, I'm thinking about Trials 3 and 4, and particularly Trial 4. I went a bit crazy with that one thing I may have pointed out. I have a piece of paper in front of me. Well, it's actually an envelope from I was given an envelope with a greeting card inside of it and some money, and I kept it. I've gotten multiples of those. I think it's what my grandparents generally do it for Christmas. Last holiday, though, they gave me a bottle of Prosecco. Didn't mind that. Although it's not what I usually drink. It was fun. I popped it open on my birthday. So basically used the gift to to give my birthday guests a drink. Was it after this fight? I'm trying to remember where the other alarms are. There was at least one other set of alarms. In a room where when I saw it, I referenced Hero Core. You know what? That's too much of a pain. It's fine. At least one of the lasers actually hit Renegade. I wasn't going for that, but yeah, this. I don't think I triggered these. So okay. That's something. It's just because one person in the comments pointed out that the trials have insidious stuff in them. Maybe it was Trials 3 and 4, though, I don't know. I do have one Right, I did read that before. There's just an invisible tile there. I'm curious about this. Maybe there's something in here. Or maybe not. Oh, that was another destructible block. Because if I stumble upon something big, that seems like something. Yeah, why would there be a destructible tile there? I will keep that in mind. That's really weird. It turns out most of the screenshots damn it. Every time. To be fair, this time I thought I was done recording, which is why I turned my notification sounds back on. I was just too excited to try stuff. Okay. I forgot the back to hub option is there. So trial 3, I just want to try the puzzles again. Because I think I can solve them this time. And that way I'll see if there are any more items I could have gotten for the monolith fight. I know it's a harder version of D13, but I still shouldn't be getting hit like that. Wait, did I ever solve this one? I forgot. There were a bunch of attempts of this before, but... And now I know I can just do that. It was very frustrating. Maybe you felt the same way. No, it's just damage. when I got this far, misunderstanding how the blocks work, all I needed to do was that, right? I was watching it back and I was saying, just shoot it from the bottom and then shoot it from the right, like, anyway. I also did that to myself, not just to you. Yeah, it is briefly vulnerable when it teleports around. Guess if you get hit after the item appears, it's probably fine. I meant to say in the first trial that having 175% damage with the pea shooter just shows how ridiculous damage is, because that was drastically easier than having 125% damage, for example, with a non-pea shooter weapon. I would rather have more damage and no weapon. And isn't that kind of boring? But maybe I've overstated that. I also think that it makes sense, since you fought all these bosses already, that the trial's giving you damage upgrades. You know, it makes the fights a bit faster so that you don't get bored of them. Maybe. I'm pretty sure there were... How much damage do I have? 160. Okay. Like, I killed those heavy sentinels so fast. They didn't even get to attack after their armor broke. That hasn't happened on regular runs, even with particularly ridiculous weapons. I think it can happen. It's just... It doesn't happen that often. I'm not the only one to have made this point, but technically Star of Providence is a linear game, and I think in a linear game, adding damage upgrades to the game and then also arbitrarily increasing the life of enemies, which Star of Providence doesn't do, and that's why it's better than games that do that. But doing both of those things is kind of pointless, because if you did neither of them, you wouldn't have to do either. You know, if there are no damage upgrades, then enemies don't have to have increased life. And if enemies don't have increased life, then you don't need damage upgrades. And you don't have to waste all that time. I was too busy about the point I was making. Too busy with the point I was making. Anyway. So if I were to do this, it would just return to the same position. I think there is enough time to dash out of the way. Wow. I'll try to do it like that. Maybe it's not the intended method, but it seems cool to me. I think I hit the side, so if I aim better. Yeah. Oh, but now it's up against there. This is the main thing I wanted to do by revisiting this trial. Okay. So I got that far, but now what? I guess that works. And now I just do this again. Damage. Okay. Is there another solution? Because that felt a bit weird. Anyway, was there anything more? I guess I just made that point again, that unless damage is going to be interesting decision-making and actual meaningful strategy and builds in a game that's very different from a shoot-'em-up with linear stage progression. Yeah, that was all. So I showed that puzzle. Like, I can accept damage upgrades and stat manipulation in a lot of games. I do like RPGs. It's more like I don't like certain RPG tropes, but I think I lost my train of thought. It's fine. It's fine. So Trial 4. First of all, I want to actually beat it. Second, I know what to do. On that envelope, which I realized I went off on a tangent, I didn't explain. I drew a square grid. I prefer pen and paper, I guess. Old school gaming style. I realized there were 5x5 grids of blocks in various places, destructible blocks, and that I shot all of them. I went to the room where this was almost there, but not quite. One of the ghosts said, did this symbol always look like that? Something like that. So I matched up. I realized, first of all, that there are blocks in the room where you can assemble this symbol. I think that's what you're trying to do in the end. And there are lines across it like that, separating it into quadrants. And there are 4 screens where there are blocks that are in the exact positions relative to the room where you can assemble this. And so I realized that breaking a block creates a block in that room. So with that in mind, on the grid I wrote down which blocks I have to destroy, which blocks I have to leave behind. And then I also drew in, like, oh, there are either blocks or empty space there already. So that I can more easily recognize which quadrant of the patterns is in the other screens. I hope that made sense. Either way, you'll just see what I do, and if it works, you can just copy it, I guess. You don't have to see my weird piece of paper or understand my thought process. If I can solve this on my own, I would be very happy. Although I also need to play the game well, because I do want to beat this trial. Oh no. That wasn't a good start. I guess getting hit this early is not that big of a deal. There's enough life. It still doesn't feel good. Never assume a fight's gonna end. Don't stare at boss life bars. That's what I did there. Okay. Bottom right quadrant. I have to break these 4. This one, you have to enter through here, I guess. How insane is it that the level design is built around this? Yeah, these two, so that's... Yeah, that's 4 on that side, and then this. No, not that one. That one has to stay. This. This. And yeah, I think these are the ones I leave behind. This is ridiculous. If this works, I'll be... What have I stumbled upon? Okay, this is terrible. I did this so many times and now I'm just kind of failing. This pattern looks cool, but it's surprisingly easy to dodge. Right, I didn't finish a thought. I was wondering, what was I talking about? That pattern, where you're trapped in a corridor and it shoots stuff down that corridor. The boss Diabolos in Crimson Clover, its final pattern is that, and I think that's awesome. There's just something about it. Okay, so for this, is that right? Yeah, and all of that. Oh, I definitely did something right. This wasn't active before. Automated recovery log. I just noticed that looks like something. It just mirrors this. Mass class heavy, size class minor, composure unknown alloy. Description mechanical construct, capable of ambulation. I need to look up a word. As a matter of fact, I'll write it down on that same envelope. Ambulation. Evaluation in combat. Sounds a lot like the playable ships to me. In extreme state of disrepair. Would that be null specifically? I don't know if disrepair makes sense for the others, but I mentioned null having that hollow spot, so maybe? Okay, so that's 2 quadrants of the thing. I shouldn't mess this up. I have strats for this. Yeah. So I guess just figuring out part of the big puzzle is... Yeah, I don't think it does the tracking version of that. Interesting. I don't think it would be that hard with these now, would it? Okay. Well, looking at that, it's easier to just pay attention to the blocks I need to leave intact, which are these 3, I think. Yeah, that's what I wrote down. And I realized where the last of the destructible blocks are, which is It kind of tripped me up, but I figured it out just by watching the last video. They recolored that bullet sprite just because it matches the color of those eyes. Just realized that. Could have used the extra hit point. Yeah, you can do that pattern. That's fine. I wonder if you can tell what ships are capable of based on their sprites in this fight. Or not. Oh, I want you to die. I think I would always want to kill the ship that's doing that attack, because that's pretty terrifying. It straight up covers the whole screen in exploding ruins. I understand they detonate in sequence and you can still dodge it, but I'd rather not have to think about that if possible. Still a really cool death animation. I actually can't destroy the block right there. Thankfully, the pattern I have to do here doesn't force me to forfeit the damage up. So 4 across, and yeah. So that should be right, I think. I'll see if there are any mistakes and I'll correct my notes. I think mistakes should be... like, I should be able to see the mistakes. Now that I know, I'm just thinking, which final phase do I want to fight? I kind of want to practice this one some more. There's something kind of fun about that pattern, I don't know why, it's pretty easy. Yeah. I like having destructible blocks as part of Danmaku. That's what I want destructible bullets to feel like. Was it just too much of a hassle to give each weapon a different interaction with destructible bullets, like how Thunderhead would go through all of them? You could just copy what weapons do with destructible blocks, I think. When it comes to design space and bullet pattern design, I'm pretty sure destructible bullets are something. Helsinker did some cool things with destructible bullets, I'm pretty sure. That was kind of lousy. But oh well. Aha! Oh, wow. So yeah, I did figure it out. That's so cool. Oh, this is definitely going up. Yeah, I was wondering, like, if this amounts to nothing, maybe it's not interesting enough for me to do the trials again. But the fact that I figured out this on my own. Yes. I just high-five myself. Piece of a whole. I have no idea what to make of that. And that was a different sound for doing that. And the ghost isn't even here to say anything about this. Are destructible blocks affected by your damage stat? Never thought about that before. Maybe they have life. Now if I can also win this trial, that would be nice. get that node out of here, move the keyboard a bit closer. Will I see where that piece went? Piece of a... Does every trial have one of those pieces? I feel like there might be 4 of them for some reason. No! Freaking late night. I'm kind of terrible at that one. Way to throw away a perfectly good run for no reason whatsoever. Oh, I saw the piece there. I am pretty much sure that all of them have one. Okay. Now, no more messing around. It's annoying, actually. Database is the only problem. I suppose the 2 fights before database, and in between them and database there isn't really any healing. Unless I'm forgetting. So that's also kind of a problem. It's an interesting design, actually, the way it ends a pattern and starts a new one after a certain amount of damage, I presume. So having a lot of damage doesn't mean you see less patterns, it just means the bullet replacing effect will happen more often. And I guess now I don't have to care about that anymore. Not good, but not terrible either, I guess. Is that supposed to hint towards this? I don't know. Do the pieces resemble this? I'll stop thinking about it. I just have to beat this trial. Or really beat database with extra steps. Ah, I got caught on the corner. That just blew my mind. I never thought to shoot one of those. What the heck? Then Oh, what else could be hidden in this trial? I was so confident that I figured out the big secret and there's nothing else, but now there's definitely something with those terminal things. Wow, what a good fight. You must die. Thank you. Does the middle razor deal double damage? Which one is it? Okay, it's that. To respect the blue bullets more. Can you run into the... not the aura of a Thunderhead bullet, but the Thunderhead bullet itself? Would that make you take damage immediately? I assume so, but I don't think I've ever tried. What would it even mean that you can shoot those? Can I uncover something here? Are these hinting at that? Or... future investigations, I'm sure they will happen. No, they don't bounce off walls like blocks do. So I guess the amount of weirdness with them is limited. What? More hidden lore? Oh, this... guys, you're crazy. Why? Automated recovery log. Mass class medium. Size class medium. Composure star medal. Description unknown vessel. Broken and unusable. Highly unusual readings. Would you like to notify the council? Understood. I assume the lore is referring to different ships, but maybe I'm wrong about that. I'm gonna try that one again. On one hand, I like the decision making involved in fighting Lucid Dream. On the other, you can kind of just ignore two of the phases that were designed if you wanted to. Kind of. You were out of the way, weren't you? I like that they shine so you can kind of... And do the orbs shoot bullets? The orbs on that phase's wings? I think so. Oh yeah, I destroyed them differently this time, but this is correct. Yeah, the darker blocks definitely show you that you made a mistake. Good stuff. Even the cryptic things most people won't notice, let alone solve, are well designed. That's not so bad. it's just streaming, straight up. Almost want to lose just to see what else I can uncover in terms of lore. No, why are you doing this? Why do you hate me late night? I should be using bombs here, I guess. But I just assumed that I would need them for the worst part of point zero. God, I hate late night. And then I make a dumb mistake because I'm too busy tilting. Well, that pattern should never hit me. Ah, the boss dying threw me off. That was a really bad misplay. I needed that bomb to save me. Okay, okay. Time check. Ah. That's a lot of time of trials. I think it's too surprising that I'm taking damage on this one, but it's still rather annoying. Can probably enter database with 11 max life at least, but it's entirely possible if I gain any parts they'll just be useless. At least trying to get that, it's easy to break even. Okay, so I can't mess with this. This has to do that, yeah. So I think there's only one place where I can uncover something more. Nice. I actually think this is the easier version of this attack somehow. I don't know why. It's probably more unpredictable, and yet they seem to be getting hit on it less. No, I don't think I can move any of these. Oh, clicking while standing next to them also works. Right. Of course it would. that's fine. I guess I can also talk to NPCs by clicking the fire button instead of pressing space. It's funny, I was watching some really old videos on this game because a certain YouTuber I discovered, turns out, had actually played this game. It was funny to me in the comments that someone had said, "You're playing this game with keyboard and mouse, you're crazy. This is still amazing though." I think there's no benefit to playing with controller if I understand the movement correctly. This is messed up. This is really messed up. What can I even do here? I can send them down, but that'll just create a wall of blocks. How does that help me? Well, I'm curious to try, at least. Wait, can I even interact with them from the side? Yes, I can. So this is a thing that can be done. Yeah, it's just a wall of blocks. That's bad. What? Oh, you can't leave. Okay. I thought you might be able to. I think I can still get the damage, but this was some bad experimentation. Now the only other question is, where else can I shove one of those? I'll try each time, although it's costing me too much life. Maybe you can get in there. Maybe you can get the database with 12 life, actually. Yeah, seems to be so. Actually, when I referenced that thing, I didn't remember that it looks like I was talking about the symbol that I recreated for the scene here. It was pointing, sort of pointing. If it looks like monolith, I thought it was pointing up into the right, so diagonally upright. The same way my ship is facing right now, I guess. So these turn into those kinds of destructible blocks. What am I supposed to do with that information? I guess maybe moving it to the other side is what I have to do. And I already figured this out. That was a complete fluke. That's insane. I still can't get over that. It's so sneaky. Maybe it would be a good idea to just fight database in the mirror for a while. wasn't thinking of what would have its last phase. Oh, the body shoots that part of the pattern, I think. I think this is gonna get very annoying because it's just waiting. And yeah, if you don't respect it, you could easily take a hit here. Like that. Ugh. I'll try. I do have 2 bombs. But there's always the chance that... That's the thing, when you know that you can avoid all damage in a game, there's always the thought of maybe a perfect run is possible. So I should try anyway. That was bad. I'm surprised I reacted to bomb intent. Why? Why? Screw you, late night. It's funny, the first time the Invincible Ghost carousel was used by Late Night, I'm pretty sure I aced it, and now I call it beginner's luck, but I'm not a beginner. I can't really explain why it played out like that. Okay. Caught on the corner again. I have to resort to just recording silently until I actually beat this trial. Then I'll start the future part that way. It's fine. This is hard. This is pretty freaking hard. It would actually be kind of disappointing if I didn't struggle with any of the trials, wouldn't it? Is there really nothing I can do here outside of the norm? Yes, there's no way to move them around. That's why there are blocks to the sides of them. Every room is suspicious now. That previous room where you just opened the gate and that can't be it. There has to be something. Ah, stupid. Now what else can I do here? I think pushing them down is probably just bad. No, no, I got too close. I wanted to push it. I didn't want to do that. Whatever. Again, I didn't. If there's anything hidden here, then whatever. Maybe I'll look for it off camera. Is this a hint for anything? I mean, yeah, it's that, but... oh well. There's so many variations on what the ships can do. It's crazy. Feels like I should be able to go in that direction, but I think that's pretty much all you can do there. Just realized that only it covers a 3x3. Makes sense here to keep those cool-looking statues there. Just realized it's called Lucid Dream because you have some control over how it goes. That's cute. I think this is my least favorite second phase, this thing. Those bullets are so messed up. What the... I'm feeling the potential boredom set in, so I guess this will be my last attempt. And I'll just practice off camera and you'll see the success next part. That's pretty tricky. Yeah, no way. Even with 10 to 12 life, I think I would still die on database. was late night again. It would have been perfect, but it would have also infuriated me. Although I'll have no trouble dying to this as well. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be rough. I'll stop before this is as long as the last one. I'll do this. I'll manage to succeed, hopefully soon enough. Thank you for watching.